Anya, a talented and admired 32-year-old architect, stood at the pinnacle of her career. She owned a thriving architectural design firm, boasting a long list of clients that included large corporations and affluent individuals. Her luxurious penthouse apartment overlooking the city, sleek new car, and designer clothes were outward symbols of her success. On the surface, Anya seemed to have it all: a flourishing career, financial security, and a confident, captivating demeanor. Yet few knew that beneath this polished facade, Anya grappled with a persistent unease, a gnawing emptiness she couldn't seem to fill. Her success hadn't come easily. A perfectionist, Anya always set impossibly high standards for herself. She worked tirelessly, often burning the midnight oil to meet deadlines and satisfy the demanding requirements of her clients. The pressure of her work, the fierce competition in the architectural industry, and the expectations of her family and friends kept Anya in a constant state of stress and fatigue. Each morning, Anya felt like she was stepping onto a never-ending marathon. Emails, phone calls, meetings, and a mountain of tasks awaited her. She was perpetually racing against time, striving for flawlessness in everything she did. Evenings, in the comfort of her luxurious apartment, instead of resting and recharging, Anya continued to work or scrolled through social media, comparing herself to others. She felt like a puppet, caught in the whirlwind of work, expectations, and the relentless pace of modern life. Gradually, Anya noticed her health deteriorating. She suffered from frequent insomnia, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. She became easily irritated by trivial matters and struggled to manage her emotions. She knew she needed to change, but didn't know where to begin. One day, by chance, Anya came across an article about the benefits of yoga and meditation for stress reduction and mental well-being. She decided to sign up for a yoga class near her home. Those first yoga sessions brought Anya a sense of relaxation and ease she had never experienced before. She began to connect with her body, listen to her breath, and tune into her inner self. Anya also turned to books, devouring volumes on personal development, psychology, and mindfulness. She was captivated by the philosophy of mindfulness, by its ability to help people live fully in the present, let go of worries and fears, and find inner peace. One evening, while reading
The Power of Now,
Anya stumbled upon the quote,
"Mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. There will be times when you are distracted, lost. The important thing is to gently bring your mind back to the present without self-reproach."
These words resonated deeply within Anya, illuminating the path she had been searching for. She realized she had been too focused on results and success, forgetting to enjoy the process, to savor each moment of life. Anya decided to delve deeper into mindfulness. She searched for information online, read more books, and attended mindfulness workshops. Finally, she decided to enroll in a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat, an intensive course designed to guide participants in a rigorous and effective practice of mindfulness. Anya hoped this retreat would help her find the peace and serenity she longed for. She embarked on the retreat with a mixture of excitement, anxiety, and hope for a positive transformation in her life. The Vipassana meditation retreat took place at a tranquil meditation center, nestled amidst lush green hills. Anya, along with over 30 other meditators from all over the country, each carrying their own stories and burdens, embarked on an inner journey, a quest for stillness and peace amidst the busyness of life. The first few days of the retreat were incredibly challenging for Anya. She was instructed to focus on her breath, observing each inhalation and exhalation, feeling the flow of air through her nostrils, down into her belly, and back out again. However, her mind refused to stay still. Thoughts continuously arose, like waves crashing relentlessly against the shore. She thought about work, about ongoing projects, about unanswered emails. She thought about family, friends, and complicated relationships. She thought about the future, about plans, projects, and also anxieties and fears. Anya felt frustrated and annoyed. She compared herself to other meditators who seemed to easily slip into a meditative state. She wondered if she was even capable of practicing mindfulness. She wanted to give up to return to her familiar life, even though it was filled with pressure and stress. The meditation master, an elderly man with a kind face and a warm voice, noticed Anya's struggle. He gently explained to her that a wandering mind was normal. especially for beginners.
Our mind is like a little Munty, always jumping and restless.
He said,
We can't stop it from jumping, but we can learn to observe it without getting carried away.
He said,
When a thought arises, you simply acknowledge it, note its presence, and gently bring your mind back to the breath.
The master guided Anya on how to face her thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. Don't cling to the thought. Don't try to analyze or judge it. Just let it come and go naturally, like clouds drifting across the sky. He said, Anya tried to follow the master's instructions, but she wasn't always successful. There were times when she got caught up in a stream of thoughts, forgetting to focus on her breath. There were times when she felt sleepy, tired, and unable to sit still. There were times when she felt frustrated and annoyed with herself. However, Anya didn't give up. She persevered in her practice, day after day. Gradually, she began to perceive subtle changes in her mind. Moments of stillness and peace became more frequent. She began to feel the connection between her breath and her body, between her mind and her emotions. She learned to observe her thoughts and emotions without getting carried away, without being controlled by them. In the following days of the retreat, Anya persevered in her practice, following the meditation master's guidance. She learned to observe not only her breath, but also the sensations in her body, the sounds around her, and the thoughts and emotions that came and went in her mind. This process wasn't easy. Her mind still wandered frequently, getting caught up in thoughts about the past, worries about the future, or comparisons with others. But each time she realized she was distracted, Anya gently brought her mind back to the present, without judgment or self-criticism. She began to understand that mindfulness wasn't about controlling the mind, but about accepting and observing it objectively. The mind is like a river, and thoughts and emotions are like waves on that river. We can't prevent waves from appearing, but we can choose to stand on the bank and watch them pass without being swept away. One afternoon, while meditating under a Bodhi tree, Anya suddenly felt a miraculous shift in her mind. Everything around her seemed more vivid and clear than ever before. She heard the rustling of leaves in the wind, the chirping of birds in the branches, the buzzing of insects in the grass. She felt the warm sunlight on her skin, the cool breeze blowing through her hair, and the subtle fragrance of flowers. She felt each beat of her heart, each breath in and out, and the life flowing through her body. In that moment, Anya's mind was completely still. There were no more wandering thoughts, no more worries or fears. There was only pure presence, complete in the present moment. Anya felt as if she had merged with nature, with the universe. A deep sense of peace and serenity spread throughout her body and soul. It was a moment of illumination, a moment of awakening. Anya understood the true meaning of mindfulness. It wasn't a technique or a method, but a way of life, a way of seeing the world. It was about living fully in each moment, cherishing every second of life, and embracing everything that came her way with an open heart. That moment completely changed Anya's life. She realized that happiness wasn't a distant destination, but a series of present moments connected together. Happiness wasn't something to be sought, but something that could be created right now, by being fully present, by observing and accepting everything as it is. Anya felt a joy and excitement filling her heart. She felt empowered, inspired to continue her mindfulness journey. She knew that the road ahead would still have challenges, but she had the confidence and determination to overcome them. She had found the key to unlock the door to happiness, and she would never lose it. For the remaining days of the retreat, Anya practiced with a completely different mindset. She no longer felt difficulty, fatigue, or discouragement. She enjoyed each meditation session, each moment of stillness, and felt the growing peace and serenity within her soul. She knew that this retreat was just the beginning, but it had given her a solid foundation to continue her mindfulness journey in everyday life. She was eager to return to her life, her work, and her loved ones, to share with them the wonders she had discovered. She knew that her life would never be the same again. It would be more beautiful, more meaningful, and filled with joy and happiness. After the Vipassana retreat ended, Anya returned to her daily life, but with a completely new perspective. She was still Anya, the talented and passionate architect, but now she had found a deep inner peace and tranquility. She was no longer swept away by the whirlwind of work, pressure, and expectations as before. Mindfulness had become an integral part of her life, permeating every activity and every moment. Anya began by applying mindfulness to everyday activities, seemingly simple yet profoundly important. Each morning, instead of rushing into work, she took a few minutes to meditate, focusing on her breath and feeling the life flowing through her body. When eating, she paid attention to the taste, color, and texture of each dish, savoring each bite slowly and fully. When walking, she felt each footstep touching the ground, listened to the sound of her steps, and observed the surrounding scenery. In her work, Anya also applied mindfulness to enhance focus and creativity. When designing, she focused her entire mind on the task, not allowing thoughts or worries to distract her. She listened openly and without judgment to the opinions of clients, colleagues, and partners. She found joy in the creative process in transforming ideas into reality. As a result, Anya's designs became unique, refined, and imbued with her personal touch. She no longer worked for pressure or fame, but for passion and dedication. Mindfulness also helped Anya improve her relationships. She learned to listen to others sincerely, empathetically, and without interrupting. She learned to express her feelings clearly, honestly, and respectfully. She learned to forgive herself and others. As a result, Anya's relationships became deeper, stronger, and more meaningful. Anya found joy in the simple things in life. She cherished every moment with family and friends. She took time for self-care, reading, listening to music, and walking in the park. She learned to slow down, enjoy each moment of the present, and be grateful for what she had. Anya's life was no longer a pressure-filled and stressful marathon. It had become an exciting journey full of discovery and experience. She learned to accept difficulties and challenges as an inevitable part of life. She learned to let go of worries and fears and to live with gratitude. She realized that happiness wasn't a destination, but a way of life. And mindfulness was the key to unlocking that happiness. Anya continues to practice mindfulness every day. She knows that this journey has no end. There will be times when she is distracted, lost, but she has learned to gently bring her mind back to the present without self-reproach. She knows that mindfulness is a continuous practice, and she is ready to continue this journey, to live a full, meaningful life filled with joy and happiness. Mindfulness, in its essence, is a journey of experience, not a destination to conquer. Just as we learn to walk, there will be times when we stumble and lose our way. What matters is that we learn to get back up, dust ourselves off, and continue walking the path we have chosen. On the journey of mindfulness, there will be moments when we are carried away by a stream of thoughts, pulled away from the present by anxieties and regrets of the past, or plans and worries for the future. There will be times when we forget to observe our breath, forget to feel the sensations present around us, and that's perfectly okay. Don't beat yourself up when you realize you've strayed from the path. Instead of dwelling in disappointment or self-criticism, gently smile at yourself, at those very human moments of losing focus. See it as an opportunity to practice awareness, an opportunity to gently guide your mind back to the present moment with full consciousness. Remember, mindfulness is a continuous journey, a practice of patience and compassion for yourself. Be kind, be forgiving, and never give up on returning to the present moment, the place where you are truly free and at peace.